Beyond the DJ Booth podcast. I'm Brian B.
Yes, sir. It's Joe Bunn.
If this is the first time you've been listening to this, thanks for checking us out.
Hello. Welcome.
Tell the people what we do.
We make podcasts for private event DJ.
Okay.
Right?
What do we talk about? What's kind of the value add?
The value add is usually a question from the listeners. By the way, send those to us. We always will answer it eventually, probably. We talk about music, usually something Brian has curated in his endless search for hot bangers, hot steaming bangers. And we talk about gear or little things we have in our DJ backpack that saved our asses.
Yeah.
We talk about crazy stories.
Yeah.
And recap like what happened last weekend.
Totally.
Or what's coming this weekend. That's what we talk about.
So it's
Was
November.
that a good recap?
Yeah. That's great. It's
go.
November. We're batching this episode for December release.
Right.
In this batch of episodes, we have a new opener to the video podcast with a new track. 2 new tracks.
Right.
So I wanted to shout it out because I actually got a text from one of the DJs, listeners.
Did?
Yeah, Zeb Early. Shout out Zeb. Thanks for listening. He said, dude, those tracks, the first track on
the intro and the outro.
And the outro were awesome. So I wanted to shout out the people who helped us put these together.
All right. Intro on the podcast, that instrumental, was done by the only Buck Rogers.
Gave us
an
original,
a saucy beat, and then he had an MC on it, but that part didn't work.
It didn't work.
But the instrumental is fire.
Yeah.
Buck Rogers. Shout out Buck Rogers.
Thank you, Buck.
Yeah, he's in Austin, Texas now. The outro,
our boy,
our very own, the man behind the board back there.
Yeah.
We need to put a camera on him. Saquon, slim young man. You just shout yourself out. Like, where can they find you?
Oh, on everything, all streaming platforms, Slim Young Man. That's Slim Young Man without the O.
That's right. Slim young man. Awesome producer.
Another OG. His own.
That's an original beat.
Original piece.
Original beat,
dude. So good. We haven't said anything about those.
We really haven't. We know some talented people though, man.
Yeah.
So shout out to Saquon, aka Slim Young Man, and our boy Buck Rogers for making it sound saucy. How long do you think we'll use those before either you, me, or the listeners get tired of them? You thought about that at all? Do they have an expiration date?
I would think a year. I don't know.
Okay.
Speaking of, this episode.
Is this the end of the first season?
Mm-hmm.
It is?
Yeah.
This is episode 13? That's when we decided to close the season?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what like Friends used to do? Did they used to do 13?
How did we
come up with that?
That was a Google thing.
We Googled how many episodes are in a season. Because you used to do about 44 episodes per season.
For me, a season was the year. 52.
It doesn't sound right.
But you were like, let's cut it.
Yeah.
So
it
13.
sounds better. Anyway.
Yeah.
Guess what I'm doing tonight?
I have no idea.
I'm going to see Pink.
Wow. That was not on my bingo card.
That was
not
Saquon
on my bingo
said.
card for 2024.
Saquon said the same thing. I actually wanted to go, and so I'm taking her. But
have you been before?
I've never seen Pink.
Okay,
and
I heard
know
she's
that
solid.
I know she's an incredible performer. Everybody's seen the clips where she like flies around the arena and stuff. Like
is it PNC?
Yeah, or it's changed name recently.
Okay.
Lenovo.
Okay,
they changed the name a couple of weeks ago. Lenovo Center renamed. But was there last night and tonight.
Right.
And that's two nights in a row at the same arena. That's 50,000 people.
Right. And that's rare for Raleigh to get a double show.
That's
like that.
what I'm saying. I thought it was the end of the show. You want to know why? Friday, I get a phone call from a guy I hadn't talked to him forever. Been in the Raleigh bar scene forever. He's like, hey, man, I got a gig specifically for Saturday night. Pink is coming here and shutting the bar down. I need you to play this party for her and her crew.
She's staying another night.
No, this was 2 nights ago.
Oh.
Before the tour started. So this was on Saturday night. They had Sunday off, shows on Monday and Tuesday.
Got it.
And I'm like, I got a freaking 300-person wedding, bro. I can't help you. That
would have got me out of the tree cutting, bro. You should have pinged me.
Bro, trust me. And I go, hey man, and he started naming some other DJs, and I was like, dude, those are good DJs. They're not right for this.
Right.
I was like, I have people like can do this.
No budget.
It wasn't about, we just never heard from the tour manager or whoever. He was like, I passed it on to them. Maybe he gave them a couple names. Maybe they just called the first person on the list. I don't know. But I was called first, and when I passed, then it went to somebody else out of my camp. And so I missed playing for Pink. And she was definitely there. Like, I was like, what? Story of my life.
How many?
What if she had seen me play, and the next thing you know, I'm on tour? Like,
Wow. I can't believe you.
it happened.
That would be nutty.
Anyway.
Can you imagine listening to Pink for the tour day? I can't see you like, I mean, at some point, well, maybe not. Maybe all those crowds you're playing for, maybe that's worth it. Yeah, you could do a run of those, I think.
Hell yeah.
So speaking of run.
Go on.
You've been to a lot of shows this year.
Mm-hmm.
One stick out. Like, what's the best concert you've been to all year? Like that you would tell
30
the
Seconds
listeners?
to Mars.
Okay, well,
It's not even a question.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to meet and take a picture with Jared Leto, and then I'm on the stage for the last song.
But I feel like that's like a personal connection. Like you would say that if
Like
they
I know
sucked.
him?
Well, if it sucked, you would be like, that's my band. Like,
No, that's
personal
not true.
bias
That
out.
is absolutely not true, man.
That was the best show?
Because Need to Breathe, I love that band. I've seen that band 15 times,
Mm-hmm.
easily, maybe more. And they went on tour last year, and I went to Greensboro, and it was not good. And I've never said that. I will say right now that is the best touring band currently still alive and touring. But that the set list was not good. The album that they were supporting was not good. It was just not good. I don't know if they've gotten too big. I don't know if they've gotten too, because I went from seeing these guys in little bars and stuff.
Yeah.
Where the last song they used to turn all the mics off and just wail, like completely acoustic. Like that's how small the places were. And now they're playing in, Greensboro Coliseum. But no, 30 Seconds to Mars. No question. I don't even have to think about it.
What's your second?
That's tough. I'm trying to think of who all we saw this year. I don't think Laney came through this year. That was last year.
That was, no, I think we did early in the year.
We saw him
at the Ritz
on Valentine's Day, the day before Valentine's Day at the Ritz. That was a great show. I saw Quinn 92 the other night outside, still warm in October at Red Hat. He killed. You like that guy, Quinn 92?
I know the name, but I don't know.
He's good. I really did love that Laney show, though.
Yeah. Did you see that?
Oh, the band Camino, also at the Ritz.
Okay.
I love those guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, did I see what?
The Laney show, our VA.
Yes.
We sent her to go.
It's the largest indoor arena in the world.
I did not know this.
Yeah. It's the largest.
Those clips
indoor.
was insane. Like talk about a band that like has eclipsed like worldwide.
We saw them in a place that held 1,500.
Right.
And then they went all the way from Raleigh to the West Coast. They played at the Forum, and that where the Lakers play.
Yeah, well, it did.
Oh, okay.
They play at Staples now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe, no, it was a Forum. I think it was a Forum.
Yeah.
And then they went to Asia, Thailand.
I had no idea they
now
would
they're
be-
in Australia.
Okay.
I mean, that band has transcended like where, because I was on them way early.
Yes.
And then you kind of got on it later, which is
Yeah.
very rare. It's normally the opposite.
But they're not like a gig type
No,
of band.
no.
Which is why I'm late. Because I
True.
usually don't listen to songs
That's true.
that are just for listening to.
That's true. That's true. I think people think DJs ride around and listen to like Brick House in their car.
Yeah. Yeah. I've
Dude.
gone to podcasts, dude.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like,
No, I'm not a consumer of any sort of media. Like
Yeah.
I'm so bad. I don't watch YouTube. I don't listen to podcasts.
except our
I
own.
don't. What?
Except our own when we're QCing them.
That's true. We do have to quality check ours. I usually let you do that.
That's
though.
true.
I'm a bad consumer.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I deleted TikTok the other day. Yeah.
Wow.
I just let the VA if something pops off, let me know. It sucks. I hate it.
Right.
I hate to say that, but it just wasn't doing anything for me.
All right.
Anyway, what's going on today? Oh, we got a question?
We got a question.
Okay. Thought you might have a little piece of gear you were going to pull out.
No,
Just
not
some
today. Not
little
today.
tampon holder or something.
Yeah. For your DJs.
I don't know for your...
Uh,
Oh, Jesus.
little
I don't know
stocking
why
stuffer.
I don't, why was that the first thing in my head? Oh, okay.
You read this one.
Okay. This is Corey Barron, one of our homies from Tampa, Florida. Do you guys do anything other than DJ and create content to generate income. What types of investing do you do? Real estate, etc. Good question. Can you answer first?
Sure. I mean, I feel like I'm the king of like little things that add up to a lot. I don't have like one extra side hustle that's like carrying the lion's share of my extra revenue streams.
I feel the same.
It's like a bunch of little things. So, I mean, random just like is affiliates for Amazon.
That's unbelievable. Yeah.
It's such an easy thing.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I've done it two different ways. One
Yeah.
is I think it's called the influencer program.
That's right.
Where you have to basically be like sending it out to your friends, like the different. So that requires you to be an influencer, kind of. The other side, and maybe I've got it mixed up, but the other side is where you actually, and this is, I just found this on Instagram somewhere, where you make reviews
Yeah.
of products. And if people watch your video, you know, and these are in the, like, let's say it's the one of the products that we shared the other day or the other episode. If they click on that just to look for it and they see your video, you get credit for it. If after they watch it, they go and buy it. Surprisingly, that actually does pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that it does as well as it does. Now, is this going to pay your mortgage? No way. It's, you know, $200-$300.
Right.
But you get a couple of those
A month.
a month.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not nothing.
No.
You know?
$3,500, $4,000 a year.
I'm not investing in the stock market. I do have some, you know, passive stocks that my, I guess, life insurance financial advisor puts in there. But beyond that, I'm not active. I'm not doing crypto.
No.
That's a Jani move.
No,
right?
yeah. It sounds very Jani.
And then just small little businesses, like, you know, little things here and there, consulting, coaching.
Yeah. Speaking.
Yeah. And then all those little things kind of add up. I mean, obviously, you got the DJ's Vault, you got Crate Hackers.
Right. Those definitely bring in the DJ gear, the Bunn Gear stuff. I mean, brings
That's right.
in income.
I didn't forget about that.
I feel like this was the first year where I was doing it on my own. I had bought out my partner.
With the Bunn Gear.
With Bunn Gear, right? And it was a learning curve in a lot of ways, you know, finding the manufacturer, finding the right people, finding the right shipper, pricing it right. And I felt like everybody made money on that this year but me. You know, the people in the warehouse. I didn't lose money, but I definitely was not like making money. And it was one of those things where I intentionally should have said, all right, every booth I sell, I'm going to put $125 in my pocket or whatever.
Yeah.
In a different account. And I just didn't really do that.
Yeah.
I've kind of restructured the pricing, restructured the logistics, the supply chain. But it basically took a year to kind of figure out and kind of hit the reset button on October 1st.
And I'm not ever sold booths before, but having worked at Pioneer back in the day,
right?
I know electronics profit margins are very thin. Is the same way in the booth furniture business?
It's definitely thin, but because it is not anything electronic, it is better than electronics. In other words, there's no circuit boards and
right.
It's very little can break. You know, UPS every once in a while jump up and down on a box or something. But I mean,
sure,
it's aluminum. It's very durable. It's powder coated, so I don't have a lot of returns. Knock on wood, stuff like that.
Right.
And I really enjoy it.
Right.
Like I'm trying to come out with some other products and things like that. A new style booth, the stands for the tube lights and whatnot. Like I need more SKUs. I really want to build the brand.
So whatever happened? It just made me think of your pocket squares. That was another one of your businesses. Did that ever take off?
It definitely did not take off.
What'd you call it?
Brentwood Circle, where I grew up.
The Cardinal?
No, where I grew up. Brentwood Circle.
Okay.
And I made a bunch of them, or I had a tailor make a bunch of them. And I even talked to some people like overseas, like in India and stuff, that were, you know, about sourcing fabric and making a lot.
Right.
I don't know, man. It was just, I get these crazy ideas. And what I did, remember? Because you have one.
I do.
All of a sudden, one morning, I woke up and I just started packaging them up and sending them to all my friends. And it was over.
Yeah.
I had like maybe 50 or 60,
yeah.
You know, and I just woke up one morning and I had the boxes and everything. And then I was like, I'm going to just send these to all my friends.
They are solid. I mean, the idea was super clutch because I hate those things, but because of the fact that I can never
round.
get it right.
That's right. You can't mess up a round one.
right.
Yeah, I don't know what that idea came and went. It's a great
Will you
question.
go back to the clothing line
No,
with
I
Brentwood?
don't think so. No.
It's done.
I think it's cooked. I'm on to the next thing.
But you would say in this question, like, it's good to have multiple income streams,
yes,
right?
I would say multiple income streams are incredibly important. I'm just like Brian, though. It's a little bit from everything, a little bit from a lot of things. I don't have like a bunch of Airbnbs, or I think the biggest fail I ever made, and I still kick myself every year, is that I didn't buy some sort of building or a little warehouse instead of paying rent for all these years. I kick myself all the time. When Raleigh was still affordable,
Right.
I was here way before you were. You came in at the very tail end of affordability in the city. Like, you got that house, which is, I bet your house has gone up 30%.
Oh, at least.
In what, 2 years, 3 years since you've been here? It's over. I don't want to say it, but I guarantee it's $300,000 more than you paid for that
Probably.
house if you tried to sell it, if you wanted to sell it right now. And then, but the problem is, you went to sell it, tried to put that money in your pocket. Where are you going to move?
Yeah.
Like
Fayetteville. Like that callback? Little callback?
Oh, wow. He circled back. That was a Letterman trick there. Anyway, man. So Corey, yes, man. Definitely. If I had any input into this, and I'm very bad. I'm really good at. I've always said I'm really good at making money. Really bad at holding on to it. Really bad at saving it. I would just say, just manage your risk. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably why I never did the crypto thing. What was that other thing where people were buying artwork, like JPEGs?
NFTs.
Yeah.
NFTs,
Yeah.
right? Non-fungible tokens.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a fucking beating? Ask Logan Paul. Like, he spent like $400,000 on some smoking ape or something like that. It's worth like $40 now. He spent millions on it, I think, or hundreds of thousands. I don't remember what it was.
Bitcoin is up.
Bitcoin is up. I'm just saying, if I was to give advice, I would say, manage your risk. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to go buy an apartment building in the worst neighborhood in town.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, anyway.
Well, and to that, I would also say you don't want it to affect your main revenue source.
Correct.
Which I think some people make that mistake. They're like, I'm going to start a second business, and all of a sudden
Correct.
your first, thing that's
Suffers.
kind of funding it in a sense goes
I've definitely done
sideways
that.
because you paid too much attention to the other thing.
100% done that. Anytime I've ventured off the DJ path, no matter what it was, I've definitely flipped houses. I've definitely made pocket squares. I've definitely made T-shirts and hats. I've definitely been a band manager. Like, anytime I dipped off the DJ path is when I severely lost money.
Yeah.
And just absolutely took a bath. And so I kind of learned the lesson the hard way. Like, stick to what you know. Like, stick to what you're good at. Stick to your audience, Make a podcast for private event DJs because you're a private event DJ.
Which is making no money. Just
$0.
Just throwing it out there, people. So if you want to invest, we're happy to take it.
However, like I said the other day, you got to look at the glass half full is the content. We've got now like good reels every week. There's usually something funny to post.
Yeah.
It's good. The people love it. Do y'all love it? Leave us a review if you do. I don't know. Let's put a bow on it.
Let's do it. Everybody, if you want to see where we're located, go to beyondthedjbooth.com and binge the rest of the episodes.
Yes.
Every Wednesday, we drop these, and we'll see you on the next one.
See y'all. Thank
Later.
you.